Hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of Breakdown to Lowdown with Nicky and Ian.
What's up?
Join us as we analyze and dissect music and pop culture. If you're a first-time listener to the show, I just want to take a quick minute to summarize the format of the show for you. So we have the breakdown where we discuss 2 to 3 new releases and or discovery tracks from the R&B soul genre. Sometimes we'll throw in some hip-hop and other genres in there too. During that segment, we also both select one oldie but goodie. Then on the Lowdown, we get a little messy and discuss urban pop culture happenings. That's where you, as a listener, can chime in and send in your personal opinions and or responses to some of the topics discussed.
That's where the content for the warm-up comes from. We read your responses and discuss them at the top of the episode. Don't forget that you can listen to us on iTunes Podcasts if you are using an iOS device and on Google Play Music if you have an Android. Follow us on Twitter at real_B2L and on Instagram at breakdown2lowdown. Now let's start the warm-up.
The warm-up.
Yes, everybody, welcome to this week's Rundown with Ian. It's the warm-up.
Yeah.
The rundown.
All right, guys. So this week on the Rundown warm-up, I want to ask you what you thought about this specific comment. But before that, I should remember my manners. How are you? How was your week?
Oh, listen, man, trying to survive this heat, you know what I mean? You know, you spend half your day just naked and you try to get your loosest boxers possible. And, you know, you try to keep a rag and a room temperature bottle of water available. And you just hope for the best. I think I lost like 10 pounds. Can't have sex
Why
in this weather.
room temperature?
Don't listen to
R&B.
R&B. Don't listen to R&B in a heat wave. You can't have sex in R&B in a heat wave.
I can't condone that on this podcast. So I cannot neither confirm or deny.
You got to hit them with that triple trap R&B. Now that, you know what I mean?
That's still gonna get you hot. Because what if I feel like you know, throwing it back one good time, you know?
Oh Lord, no. Oh Lord, no.
I want to ask you about this comment that was made last week. Now, this person was basically saying that they don't want, like, we were talking about artists who haven't, popped off as much as we think that they should yet. Mm-hmm. And this person was like, well, actually, I don't want some of these artists to become too known so that I can keep them to myself and they don't sell out. Now, I wonder what you think of that mentality, because, you know, some people find artists and they're like, yo, I'm the only one that knows this guy, and they want to keep them to themselves.
Right.
What do you think of that?
You know, you got to kind of accept, like, your favorite artist is going to be a journey. And, like, us being the consumer, you got to understand and accept that. Like, there's going to be a part where they're going to be in the beginning, they're going to be super artistic and they're going to be carefree. And, yeah, there's going to be a point where some people call it selling out or getting commercial. Well, yeah, they're going to want to appeal to a larger group of people, and they want to explore their craft a little bit. The best example of that is Nicki Minaj. I love early Nicki. Nicki on mixtapes, Nicki with Gucci, fire. Nicki with Fab on the DJ drama, there's no competition, fire. But but everything after Monster is not really for me. But I still accept that she's still a mega artist. So I do understand why people are reticent to see their favorite artists go from being like just like somebody that's, you know, some of us know to somebody that the whole world knows.
Right.
But, you know, you can't block people's blessings. You gotta let your artist grow. You can't block their money. So what? They should just make $1,000. They should just make $1,000 at the club opposed to $300,000 every time they perform. Come on, stop it.
Exactly, because I mean, most of these artists, that's what they're praying for, right? Their big break. So we can't be that selfish, I would say. Yes. All right. So that's what we got for the warm up. We'll talk to you on the breakdown.
Cool.
All right, everyone. Yes. Welcome to Breakdown to Lowdown, Nicky and Clarence. Brand new week. Just as last week, it's still very hot over here. Places that I didn't remember were sweating this week. And it's not fun for me anymore, okay? The week before it was cute, you know, it was Canada Day, it was a little, you know, little cookouts, little picnics, things like that. It's not cute anymore.
Oh, man,
I'm over.
It's still cute, and I love it. Oh, man, for people that don't know, Canada, Montreal, we have 6 freaking months of winter, literally.
That's true.
So, like I told Nicky off air, I don't want to hear a complaint December, January, and March, whatever it is in month. I don't want to hear a complaint with the cold weather.
It's fine, but I'm still going to complain if it gets to minus 30. I'm still going to do that, just so you know.
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman and I'm entitled to being fickle. However, I will say my favorite season is fall because, you know, it's comfortable for me and it doesn't last nearly as long as it should here in Canada. It's like fall is 2 days, literally. It's like, okay, here's the snow, but it's, you know, it's because, you know, when you're too good, you can't stay around for that long. Spring is disgusting because everything is wet and mushy and there's so much
muddy.
Fucking snow.
The streets are dirty.
Ugh, it's just, and you can't wear your nice shoes because it's, anyways. So that's my feelings about the seasons. One thing about honestly, do you know how much fucking snow Montreal gets? And then in the spring it all melts. That's what it like. That's why it's disgusting because there's so much snow in Montreal. Oh my god, I was gonna say so. Okay, but the winter though, here's one thing a little edge I will give it on summer. 2 things, 3 things actually. 1, it has Christmas. Love Christmas. 2, my birthday. So, you know, great people were made in the winter apparently. And the third thing is that there's a way to get comfortable in the winter. You can put it on some heat. You can get under a couple blankets, you know, get your hot chocolate. And even when you go outside, you have the right amount of shit on, you won't be cold. In the summer, you can go outside naked and still be hot.
Yeah, but what?
Still.
Actually, why are we talking about weather? I can't hear nothing about snow, cold weather, or whatever. Like, let me enjoy
no more so. I just had to.
My hot weather, my nice summer. Where there's barely rain, so let me chill with my weather. We'll talk about that in 2 weeks.
No problem.
Please.
No, well, actually, we don't even have to talk about it. we can just pretend it doesn't happen.
I'm having a headache right now. Just
Yo, it's a fact. My week though has been great because you guys know last week I told y'all I got a new apartment. I was actually supposed to choose the song New Apartment this week, but I felt like I wanted to only do 2 picks. So and I had an idea of like the male singers I wanted to choose this week. So it didn't go with my theme. But either way, I got a new apartment like I told you guys, and it's starting to look nice now. Things are set up. I'm excited, you know what I mean? Like, the only thing I'm missing is my bed frame, guys. The furniture. Yeah, I'm sleeping on the ground. Yeah, I am. I know. It's disgusting. Like, not disgusting, but for me, it's like, it makes my nose stuffy. I really don't like it. I can't wait to, like, elevate my bed. It's like, yo.
Do you have your couch at least? You can sleep on the couch if you have a couch.
Yeah, I have my living room. I have my dining room set up. Everything is just the bedroom is like not hot right now. It's like, and the furniture company is giving me the runaround. They're telling me because of COVID, the livraison, the delivery was delayed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, but you guys told me it would be ready. Like, you know, they try to make it up to you, but it doesn't. Nothing fixes the fact that I'm sleeping on the ground. Other than that, I love my apartment. The only thing I need to do is, you know, bless it. People told me to light some incense and stuff, so I need to get all those, you know, the bad jujus out, and then we'll be good.
I don't know if you're into these type of stuff, but when you move to a new apartment, you never know what happened before. So
absolutely. No, you're right. You're right, and it has to be doused with. You know, I am very spiritual, honey. Like y'all know, listeners of the show, I gotta douse it with holy water. I had a big thing, like this whole big bottle of holy water that I usually douse places with, and during the move I lost it. I honestly think it got thrown out because my dad was helping me move, and my cousins. Maybe they thought it was like just regular water. I'm sad about it. Well, I don't think they drank it. I think it got thrown out, to be honest, because I did leave it on the table. Anyways, guys, let's get into some of your comments. This is about my move.
Drink that holy water. It's gonna be blessed forever.
They're gonna be blessed. Or at least the garbage man will. Let's talk about this comment here from Sheila. Maybe Sheila. Maybe. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I can't pronounce things. She says, wow. Thank you so much for that Diana Ross track. It hit me in the chest. Nicky And Clarence, I really related to the Pit Millet track. Definitely a little slow, but a good slow, a slow burn, if you will. Keep it up. Well, thank you. Thank you, Shayla. The Dinah Ross track, clear as day, man. That shit will have you reflecting. So thank you for enjoying it, and thank you for listening. Don't forget to share with a friend. Speaking of that, I didn't do the regular intro because we just started talking about things. So don't forget, follow us on all social media. We are on Twitter at real_B2L, on Instagram at breakdown2lowdown, and on Facebook just search breakdown the number 2 lowdown. So all of those are with the number 2 and not the word 2. Don't forget, we're doing a giveaway with Afro Chic Couture, winner to be announced next week. You know what I mean? The post is on Instagram. Just like it and share it. Follow the instructions on the post on how to enter. It's this beautiful clutch that we're giving away. Get it for your girl, fellas. Ladies, get it for yourself. I mean, I might try and get it myself. You know what I mean? Support Black owned. Support Black owned. We're doing it over here. Okay, so let's read the next comment here. I want to talk about Paulo. Oh God, I just wish I was better at this. Paulo. He says, "Hey, Nikki and Clarence, I want to say that Cardi B was dead on. As someone with a Dominican parent, I can say that this war has raged for far too long, and it is cursing both countries. Peace must be made upon the land of Hispaniola for them both to prosper. I really enjoy this show. Thank you." Well, thank you, Paolo. Yeah, I agree with her too. I didn't understand how people could disagree with her, which was funny to me.
They lost in the sauce. I don't know how to say it, but it's all that was wrong. It says straight up where you coming from. So.
Well, those are the people that when you get into a fight at school and they say go shake hands with so and so, and they're like, no, no. Those are the people that are mad at Cardi B right now. So I mean, like you said, Clarence, it shows a lot about your character, I feel, if you're mad at that. But thank you for your comment. Let's read this last one here from Julia. Julia says, oh boy, I am waiting for this red table talk like it's my Amazon delivery. Jada, I need the tea now. I've been in an open relationship and it was hell for me. We fought every day and we thought at the beginning that it was what we wanted. However, it just didn't turn out that way. I think it is something that takes a lot of planning and coordination to actually work. Also, you have to be the type who can handle it, and we couldn't. Okay, all right, Julia. I mean, shit. Jada is playing games. Jada's playing games because it doesn't take that damn long to set up that table and a few chairs, honey. And really, we only need one chair. You only need you to be there, so you can tell us what the fuck happened. Because August looks like he chilling, like he is not stressed about this at all. Like I went on his Instagram, he's like, and what? I said what I said. Et puis, like what?
Yeah, like definitely. Nah. I always say that you always have version A, version B, and version C, which C is always the truth. That will never forget the truth. But from what it looks like from the outside, she looks all type of crazy right now. Nah, I'm just saying, like we were roasting August Alsina and all that, but the more that I look at it, I'm like, he knows something. He knows something. Some shit happened. So man. Anyways.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And also you said that you were in an open relationship, Julia, and it didn't work out for you guys. See, I'm waiting for the people that are gonna come and tell me we were in an open relationship and it was great, because that's the people I'm trying to meet. Because I still haven't seen that perspective yet. Now, my friend, she insists that there are couples, polyamorous relationships that work well. But I do think you're right, Jolie. It has to be a specific kind of person. I don't think most people can actually do that. And I know there isn't one model for relationships, not just the one that we know, the traditional model. But I do think that human nature is, in a way, jealous and possessive. So when you are with a partner and you think you want to open a relationship, then you open a relationship and you see what it actually entails, I see why doesn't work out, you know what I mean? And plus, a lot of people opening it to solve a problem. You can't solve a problem by opening a relationship. That doesn't make any sense. So,
but I just wanna add something regarding that. Because I know for a fact the polygamy side is part of some cultures. And
yes.
I remember I used to talk to that girl at school. She's African and all that, and she was telling me it was part of her culture. That's how she grew up. She doesn't agree with it, but it just was the thing that her dad had multiple wives.
Had many wives.
Yeah,
okay.
Had multiple wives, and she had like stepsisters and all that.
It happens.
For her, the way that she saw it from the perspective, her mom wasn't really rocking with it, but she couldn't say shit at the end of the day because she knew what she was getting herself into. But when she would talk to her stepbrothers, like the mom of her stepbrothers, like some of them fought with it. They didn't even care because they were like, you know what, like if you polygamous, man, I'm gonna do my own shit too. So it's kind of messed up. It depends how you dealing with it, how you rock with it. So,
but that's what I was actually saying that on my live as well with that I do with Kay, because we're thinking about this, like, for me, a lot of this, even the countries that, like, as you were explaining, that do have polygamy as part of their culture, I find a lot of those relationships, even the movies I've seen depicting these cultures, and, you know, I would say art imitates life. So, sorry?
It looked like they're straight. It looks like it's life. Everything is possible.
No, in the movies, it always becomes, well, I mean, in what I've seen in these movies, it always becomes like an issue. It's like when the wives are fighting within each other, there's jealousy, and as you were saying, like, some people, like, they go do their own thing because, hey, we're already in a polygamous marriage, and it causes friction within. Some people are in it not because, like the mother of your friend that you were saying, some people are in it, but they're not really, like, it's just by situation. It's not because they want to be in it. And that's a lot of what I see. And that's what I was trying to explain to people. It's like, okay, like, yes, people can open the relationship, but we're not going to ignore human nature. It's jealous. We are possessive. You're with somebody, you want that person to be, even if the beginning, you know, he's marrying all these beautiful women, all these wives, they're all, yeah, I'm okay with it. The minute you see he's spending Christmas over here and you're like, okay, but no, it's to be my Christmas this year, things are gonna get crazy. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not saying it can't work for some people, but all of the people have to be the same type of person, and we can't forget that we are all different. So it's hard to find that same mentality. But if you can find it, I'm sure it works perfectly. He said it's not me, but I was actually listening to a live on YouTube with Tamar Braxton and her boyfriend were talking, and he was just like, they were giving their opinion on the open, the Jada, August, everything, and he was like, yeah, in my opinion, not downing anybody who is in a relationship, but for me, no way in hell am I letting another man sleep with my wife, or like, is that ever gonna be a thing for me? And I was like, I mean, and you'll have the people like that as a very, you know, straight mentality. He's not like, there's no I hit my mic. There's no deviating from it. There's no changing my mind. It's like, that's not happening. And then there's some people that are like, maybe.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, me, I would never be able to do that type of shit. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a possessive guy or whatever, I'm not jealous or whatever, but my girl could talk to some other dudes and I'll be cool because the trust is there. But the minute that, you're in the chill zone, I see you doing a marathon and shit trying to get her, I'm like, nah, man, it ain't going down like that. So I can't even imagine
relationship around here.
Yeah, but it's facts. Like, I can't even imagine, like, her sleeping with another dude. Like, that dude will be 6 feet under already. Like, yo, it's not working like that. Like, I don't know.
I have thoughts on that, but because of a comment that you said before, right before you said that, it doesn't match up. But it's okay. We can't stay on this forever. We actually have to get into the breakdown. All right, let's get it.
The breakdown.
All right, guys, welcome back to the rundown right here on the breakdown.
The rundown.
And this week we're asking Ian about Pip Millet's I Like It Like I Like It Like That, which was a song that we got a lot of comments on last week. I'm curious to hear what you thought about that one.
Well, once again, you're putting me on some new music. Boy, she looks good though, Pip Millet. Boy, it's another vibe, kind of like Indiana R&B. It's one of those like really vocalist. Like she's not gonna get you bumping in the club. This is a vibe. She's like a gallant. Look, this is a vibe. You got to put this on. Burn some sage. Probably do some Molly or something. This is a vibe. But I like how deep her vocals are. It makes you want to think. And then apparently her lyrics are very heart to heart. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of emotions, but every now and then it's okay. So do a little bit of heart to heart, and that's great. I do like it.
Yeah,
but
it was one of Clarence's picks. I thought was a little slow.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. That's it, because you like a little bounce in your step. It's not for everybody. If you want to get mellow, you just want to chill. You might be preparing a meal for your lover. Put a little bit of Pip Millet on, set a nice kind of atmosphere. But this ain't gonna get you jumping in the club. You can't listen to this 3 o'clock after the club. No. No,
it's good early morning music, going to the shower, stuff like that. It's
early morning, early morning drink. You know how I do.
I didn't know you were drinking in the morning, and that might be an issue. But all right.
No. I thought, Shorty, don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me.
Okay, sir.
It's a shot for the blood.
I'm ignoring that. So, we had 2 oldies last week, obviously. I did Diana Ross's Remember Me, and Clarence did City High and Eve with Caramel. Which one were you feeling?
Well, I like both of them, but I think last week I gave it to Clarence. So this week I'll give it to you. I like the Diana Ross kind of mode, man. Diana Ross is so good, man. Boy, so much classic. Do you ever ask yourself sometimes, like, don't you wish you grew up in your parents' era so you kind of like really enjoyed even more? Because there's a disconnect between the generations and the idols, the musical idols of that generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your kids are not going to connect, so for example, for myself, my kids ain't going to connect to Hova. He ain't going to connect to Jay-Z and Kanye the way I did because he didn't grow up with it. You know what I mean? So I feel
they could if you play it for them.
Yeah, but it's still different. Like your mom could talk about like, yo, her and her girls, right? They were at the club when this Diana Ross song came, and they could attach a lot of things that in their come up to it. And I feel like there's a certain disconnect. We can still enjoy music from different eras, but to really go deep into it, I feel like it'd been dope. Yeah, man, the 60s, 70s, her, Patti LaBelle, all them to just be in that mode. Yeah, it would have been dope. But we can still enjoy it. So that just shows you how good their shit is, because we can still enjoy it even though we didn't grow up in that era.
Timeless. Yeah, I mean, I hope that we in our era have some music that holds up that well as those tracks did.
Yeah, we got R. Kelly. That's what we got.
Oh my God! Don't bring him to. It's crazy because Diana Ross is like, I just came across this clip of her on the Arsenio Hall show. Like
right.
It's so crazy, like these moments that happen and you didn't know about. Like she's on the Arsenio show and she asked Arsenio, can she have a kiss? Arsenio starts getting all hot. He's like, what is going on? And he gives her a little peck on the mouth, and Diana Ross, like in her hair straightened out, she looking like a sexy vixen. She's like a long one and she mouths it. And I swear to God, I think Arsenio like got pregnant right at that moment, because when she said a long one, and then he gave her a longer kiss, and then he like slid down the couch. I thought it was so theatrical. Great classic moment in television that I didn't see.
You're all good stuff, man. Like, yeah.
Reminded me of Bow Wow and Tyron 106 in Park at that one time. But
he wasn't ready, man. He wasn't ready.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. In terms of, people maybe they're trying to get that glow. Maybe they need a stripper trap R&B suggestion for when we're out of this heat wave. Do you have one this week?
Pardon me?
Do you have a stripper trap R&B suggestion this week?
That guy, anything off the Pop Smoke album. The Pop Smoke album feels like a modern day Get Rich or Die Trying.
R.I.P.
Oh man, it's great, man. And apparently they have 5 suspects in custody.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So it's a good look, man. But listen, anything off of that is great. But yeah, man, listen, man, boy. My triple trap bag is crazy right now. I'm deep in it. Rowdy Rich got me messed up.
All right. Well, then keep listening to that and we'll talk to you on the Lowdown. Yes, everyone. Welcome to the breakdown this week. I'm starting off with one of my picks, and I wanted to get into some Kenny Lattimore. Like, the reason is I feel like Kenny we don't talk about him enough, and he is, you know, a very swaggerific guy. He is very smooth, and I I find his voice is pretty incredible. So let's get into it, a song. Wow. Okay. So it's on the breakdown. On the breakdown. It's always about the music, Clarence. So I don't like how. I don't like how you're. Anyways, you're insinuating other things. Anyways, guys. Whatever. We're getting into his 2015 track called "Love Me Back," and we'll be right back.
To know that I got someone so perfect. Yeah. It's like paradise, girl, when I'm in it. Yeah. So let go of your worries tonight. Yeah. We can go all the way. 'Cause you're the one that makes me feel some kind of way. Baby, the only one on my mind. Girl, if you're ready, you can love me back. Yeah, love me back as much as you want, baby. Love me back all night long, girl. Yeah, I know that you will love me. In heaven, I'm convinced that it can't get no better.
Yes, that was Kenny Lattimore with "Love Me Back." That boy from Maryland. he is just so. He's a smooth operator, as Sade would say. Like, Kenny Lattimore, like an underrated king, honestly, of smoothness and swagger. He is style, he is grace, he is class. Like, Kenny is on, like, this song is like, you know, on the upper mid-tempo kind of groove, and he's belting beautiful clean notes here, and he's showing you why he's had this steady, long-standing success with his audience. Like, among his audience, he is so very respected. His peers respect him, and he's had longevity in this game, meaning like he releases once in a while, he gets adult contemporary success, and he lives comfortably. I don't think Kenny Lattimore has anything to complain in his life. He's still chosen for many weddings. You know, he has those classic standouts. You know, I don't think it's a career you can look at if you're Kenny and be like, I regret anything. It's good to be Kenny Lattimore, I would say.
I agree with you. I just feel like we were talking earlier, everything that he does is super under the radar, but like if he drops something, that's the one. He always got good project, good singles, so there's no wrong with him.
I agree with you. Songs are great. Like, he doesn't really make bad product, and I like that with somebody. That tells me that you take pride in what you do, and you want quality to come out, unlike Tank. So
I'm not part of that, people.
I know. I just had to. This song is almost timeless for me. Like, it's hard for me to tell when it was recorded. I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh my god, like, this is 2015, but I can't tell when it's recorded. You know, it doesn't have a specific era. And I find that Kenny's voice can be fitted to anything. He sings in like 9 different languages. Like, his talent is so enormous. And I've always found his voice to be one of the most versatile voices in R&B. Like I said, he can kind of sing anything that you put him to, any tempo. And then the song, the message, who doesn't want to be loved back? I mean, I love the sample that he used. I love the lightheartedness of this as well. So what did you think?
I really like this song. It's a light, nothing just perfect. That's the type of thing, type of music. Like, if I go to a wedding or whatever, or reception, I could hear this music play. The message, the message in the song, is beautiful. You know?
Absolutely.
Oh man, just like the lyrics and all that. Like, I don't know for you, but like sometimes when you're with someone, you just feel good, man. Just being around that person. You don't need to do anything like superficial or whatever. Just be in the presence of that person. You just feel good. Like he's saying, like, I must be in heaven. I know that it can't get no better. With you, it's something I will never regret. I cherish every moment in my heart. So that's how you feel when you hear that song. Man.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
dope song. To be honest, like there's some artists. Like the more that we talk about him, there's some artists. Sometimes I just wish they would drop more product, but him. He's super under the radar, and the fact that every time it's not he's dropping something, it's not a miss. I think maybe he should keep it like that. To be honest, I don't know.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
You know what I
Some
mean?
people that just the formula. Hopefully, like he drops something really soon because it's been a while. Because like I'm looking at that project that song is from. It's from 2015. That's great.
Yeah, it's from 20. I think he has a more recent. Maybe let me check that really. No, you're right. He hasn't had an actual album since Anatomy of a Love Song, which is a great album if you haven't heard it. And then the other ones are like
Oh no, actually he got one going.
Christmas. Oh no, Vulnerable in 2017. Oh, I didn't hear that one. Well, I have a new Kenny Lattimore album to listen to. I'm sure I won't be disappointed. But I do think artists like him, he needs to be dropping at least a single every year. That's what he needs to be doing. So, because that's just how it works for adult contemporary charts. You need to, especially in R&B, and it's a very competitive chart because it's a lot of wonderful soulful voices competing for those top spots, and you have people like Toni Braxton, and you have people like Tyrese that rule those charts pretty often. And even now you have like people like Usher going into those charts, and people who were necessarily a little more on the younger side of things, I would say, getting to a more mature sound as well. So I think it's important for artists like Kenny Lattimore to drop consistently, because you have Fantasia's dropping, you have Tamia's dropping, and it's a great chart to keep your royalties coming in, to be honest. All right, so what is your first pick for us this week?
I think it's random, to be honest, because
Okay.
no, it's big facts. Because sometimes when I do my stuff at home or whatever, I'm driving around, just put that mix from SoundCloud. Yeah, I'm old school, like SoundCloud or Mixcloud, and that just like that. The song's called Brandy from Full Crate and Kyle Dion. Let's check it out.
Just give me left hand. I don't like missing you. I can't keep missing you. I want your visual. Give me left hand. Anywhere you wanna go. I don't like missing you. Drinking brandy down, 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 down with you. Maybe I said too much. Maybe in love, maybe I down, down, down in a rush. Maybe I said too much. I think I said enough. You know I'm all the above. I know you wanna, baby, driver, daily, fire, all that's on me. I know you wanna, rider, homie, baby, all that's on me. I know you wanna. You're like my favorite, can I keep you? Like my favorite coffee in the morning. Ring, ring, no alarm, stay the morning. Yeah, baby, I said too much. You're my favorite, I'm telling ya. See the bracelet, I'm flooding your wrist. Bling, bling, sugar money, cover your rent. Drinking brandy, down, 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 yeah.
Alright, that was Brandy from Full Crate and Kyle Dion. To be honest, guys, I had to do my research.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know both of them. But they have some other stuff. I didn't have time.
I heard of Kyle Dion. Didn't know who Full Crate was though.
Yeah, apparently the Armenian singer DJ. Now, to be honest,
Okay.
that track, I was just doing my stuff at the crib, it just came randomly that makes it happen. Oof. I like it. I like the vibe. It's not too heavy, you know. Man, I was just going through the lyrics. Drinking brandy, down, 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 we up. Maybe I said too much. Maybe in love. Maybe in love. Maybe I am. Down, down, down in the rut. Maybe I said too much. Think I said enough. You know, I'm all the above. So it says everything, like, you know. No, I
I mean,
just
the song
feel
is fun.
it's a fun song. It's a
just
mood setter. I like it, to be honest.
exactly. Yeah. I think you're right. It's a mood setter. It sets a particular tone for a fun evening or a fun time. And I think it's less about the lyrics, more about the feeling. Even the name, it goes down smooth like brandy. I mean, if you're a person who drinks brandy, it goes down easy. You know what I mean? I like it. I like the
The
vibe for
concept,
sure.
the more when you're reading, going through the lyrics, and the concept of the song actually. Because at first I was like, the name of the song, I'm like, Brandy, so curious because I thought it was Brandy the singer or whatever. So that's why I went deep into the lyrics and I was like, oh, okay, that's dope.
I knew it was about the alcohol. because when I looked up who they were, I was like, huh. I mean, well, actually, I mean, it could have gone either way because there'd be really random singers and artists and genres making songs about Brandy or sampling Brandy because she's actually one of the most sampled artists in the electronic world, which I don't know, but I remember hearing one of those producers talk and say that her voice is really like sampleable, or if that's a word. I didn't really know that she was like
Really? I know that.
big in that underworld. Yeah, like they're like her voice just goes into those tracks. I'm like, oh, I mean, I've always thought that she could sing well on really upbeat songs, but I didn't know that you could just take her voice and place it anywhere. All right, cool. That's great for her for checks, I guess. I mean, because you got to pay her to use her voice.
She be chilling.
Yo, like you never hear her about having no money problems.
We were talking about that last time. She chilling. But Brandy, the fun thing though, it makes sense because I went to some house event or whatever. Yeah, sometime I'm totally left. Okay. But now I went to a house event and there were like 3 different DJs and then 3 DJs play some Brandy remixes, Full Moon and all. I'm like, yo,
yeah, apparently
like that. But it came out good though.
Yeah, they always sound really great. That's a dope thing. So yes, I think I'll get into my second pick now. So see, this week I had a little theme with the male singers that I wanted to choose, and Usher and Kenny Lattimore kind of remind me of each other in vocal styling. So I'll explain it a little later because I know you might be thinking, listeners, what the fuck? No. But I have to, there's a track, this newest Usher track that he dropped called I Cry. It's actually been doing really well. And you know, he said he kind of released this because of the times we're in, and also he wanted to show his sons that it was okay for a man to cry. So let's get into it and we'll be right back.
I can't keep it together. I usually don't show my emotions, but it ain't getting better, 'cause you can't be blind with eyes wide open. And I see struggle, I see pain, I see only the mess we made. I see things that I can't change, and it hurts my heart to say. I cry for the sons without fathers, and the pain that the mothers hold deep inside. And I'll fight for the future we're making. You can change if we face it, 'cause these tears won't dry. So I cry. When I look in the mirror, do I see someone that cares for others? Oh, no, 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 no.
All right, everyone, that was Usher with I Cry. Listen, a strong vocal performance from the Usher man, you know, right there, and very melodic. It's an emotionally driven performance by Usher, and it's something that we often forget he can do. Today, my focus again is on versatile singers, and Usher is one of the most talented and versatile singers of our time. He has a Yes, he's also pretty acrobatic in his sound. He's he has a very authoritative, authoritative? Sorry, authoritative, and controlled tone. Like you know that when he's singing, he's a man. Like I wasn't sure if I could say this because in the times that we're in, but it's very masculine. His voice, like whatever he is singing, he makes you know that he is in charge. Like even from the My Way album until now, it's very controlled. The message of this song, though, beautiful. He's tackling obviously toxic masculinity, and I think it's an important conversation in this fragile time because we often don't talk about men crying and really showing their emotions like that. And for somebody like Usher, who's been the ladies man for so long, and who you don't have to call type persona, type bravado, for him to do a song like this and the visual that came along with it, the message of wanting to let his sons know that in this time that we're in, it's okay to cry. And wow, I love it.
Well, actually, shout out to Usher because actually I gotta agree with you on one point you said about it's facts that we all doing kind of like a dance happy song and all that, but not only happy song, but you know what I mean by that. Like the big singles, like
his big successes.
You don't have to call it sad or no limit or whatever. But I think if you go into his catalog, especially his albums, he's always been super vulnerable, and I think he's really underrated for that side of it. To be honest,
but that's what I was saying. I think he doesn't really present that self as like, you'll find some deep cuts on the albums like that, but it's not like necessarily it's not the ones that are selected as singles. It's not the ones that become super popular. I think that his brand has been built pretty strongly and it's worked effectively for him. But he is a guy who gives you a gut-wrenching vocal performance when he wants, It's Usher, shout out to that man. I didn't know he was 5'9", but I mean, shout out to Usher.
It's all about the music.
It's all about the music here on the breakdown. But he's still cute. He's still a very handsome man and everything. I like the way he's raising his sons. I liked what he said about this. And this is a song, you guys, I think you can add to your music repertoire without even having to like put it specifically on these movement songs, these black movement songs, because I think it can go with a lot of things. Yeah.
The only thing I want to add is like the way, especially black men, the way that we were raised and all that. We have always been told, man up, suck it up, don't cry.
Exactly. Yeah.
But now I kind of see a change with the new generation, but like the perception of the public is like, man, it's like, oh, cry, man, that's some sucker shit. You shouldn't cry, and which is all type of wrong. And that's when you keep everything for yourself or whatever, all the emotions you're trying to talk, that which is not good. So man.
Exactly. That's what that's what it's good that we're teaching this new generation that, because they have turned out differently than we are. They have so much more tools than a lot of the older generation had, and it's good. Even some of the guys my age, I still see that it's it's tough for them, but kids younger than that, like I see that a change has happened. And even though that Generation Z, they get kind of like shat on a lot because it's like, oh, you guys are weak, you guys are coloring your hair, and you guys are but at least they have emotions. Shit, at least they could show their emotion, so. But yeah, amen to that. What is, thank you, what is your next pick?
My next pick, it's a little pussy cut. Darius Martin is back, guys.
Oh, he's back.
Darius Martin. Well, actually, I think that's a 50 altogether. Darius Martin, Robert Glasper, Ninth Wonder, and Kamasi Washington. Freeze tag. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
They told me put my hands up behind my head. wrong one. I'm sick and tired of running. I've been searching where the love went. I've been looking for a dove, then they told me if I move, they gon' shoot me dead. But I think I'm about to go to run. I've been waiting on the summer. So looking back and wonders how we pulled to keep from under. They told me put my hands up behind my head. I think they got the wrong one. I'm sick and tired of running. I've been searching where the love went. I've been looking for a dove, then they told me if I move, they gon' shoot me dead. But I think I'm about to go to run. I've been waiting on the summer. So looking back and wonders how we pulled to keep from under. They told me put my hands up behind my head. They told me put my hands up behind my head. I think they got the wrong one.
It was freestyle from Paris Morton, Robert Glasper, Mike Wonder, and Tennessee Washington. Man.
Vocals by Fabolous, or however you say it. That's where that's that lovely vocals that you're hearing.
This song, remember, I don't know if y'all remember, I was saying some of the song that is out talking about the movement. We were just talking about that off air, but some of the songs were a little bit forced or whatever. But that one, just the instrumental and the vocals, like it doesn't seem like it's a song about the movement. But when you read the lyrics and all that, it just goes straight to the point. He said he told me to put my hands up behind my head. I think they got the wrong one. I'm sick and tired of running. I've been searching for the love one. I've been looking for a dove. He told me if I move, they gonna shoot me dead. But I think I'm about to go to cut a rug. I've been waiting on the summer. The song, the lyrics, man, it goes straight to the point. It's super
powerful,
deep, and literally, this is what we all been going through as like black people, you know. Like we've been talking about that multiple times in the episode, but like, man, the song it's a smooth one. I like it.
Listen, what a lush instrumental background. Those producers together, it's like a super team, right? I think they have a name. They have a group name. I can't remember it. I just saw it on YouTube. But hold on. I think they're called Dinner Party. So if that's their name, that's dope. Robert Glasper, I have to sing his praises right now. First of all, shout out Terrace Martin as well, of course. But Robert Glasper has been one of my favorite modern jazz, hip hop influenced soul producers of this generation. He has been so well received by his peers, by critics. You know, he always gets these critical acclaims, Grammy nomination, Grammy awards. It's just, he knows what he's doing, and I feel like he was the glue. This song that brought everything together, and then this young Felix guy, I have no idea who he is, but what a vocal, what a soft and innocent sound that he has. That's what I like about the song, because it's very childlike, right? It makes you feel like your childhood is being robbed from you, because that's kind of what they're expressing. It's like, because a lot of these young people that are getting killed are children, or they're young and they're innocent, and not only necessarily innocent, but just young and full of life left, and had so much more to do. And the imagery of somebody playing freeze tag, which is a child's game, but playing freeze tag with the police, which is not a game, is very it's a very interesting image, and the song just expresses it perfectly. Beautiful, just amazing pick. Like, wow.
I just want to add on that, man. Another one that is super underrated. We don't talk about him that much. Tennessee Washington, man. Like, he's been a part of a lot of your favorite project, low key. Just like Paris Morton and all that, like we said last time. Like, we don't know this.
Ninth Wonder as well.
Ninth Wonder as well. These are the people now. We don't talk about them too much, but man, some of your favorite artists fuck with them. So So
Exactly.
they got some cool projects, especially Night Wonder. It's a lot of instrumentals, beat project, but you got some dope shit. Y'all check it out. Tennessee, Washington.
Oh wow, that just healed my spirit. Thank you so much for that pick. All right, so we're gonna get into my oldie. My oldie this week is from a lady entitled Pebbles. Named Pebbles, I should say. And Pebbles is very interesting. When you drop her name these days, you'll get a bunch of different opinions. But you can't go wrong with a track written from Babyface. And this is what I tell people. Like, not only is it written by Babyface, but it features Babyface. And almost never have I heard anything Babyface related go wrong. So let's get into Love Makes Things Happen, and we'll be back.
Deep in the heart, love has many ways of touching your emotions, taking control of you. And even in love, love can make you change. There's no way of controlling love when it's part of you. Well, you could be a married man with 2 kids and a good woman, and you could give your heart and soul. I swear it don't mean nothing, 'cause love can pull you deep into a spell. It will spin your mind around like a carousel. Oh, I'm telling you, love, boy, makes things happen. You never know where it's coming from. You never know who you're gonna love. I'm telling you, love makes things happen. You never know what you're gonna do. Whenever true love takes hold of you. There's never a time, 'cause love will let you know. Love appears at the worst and even the best of times.
All right, everyone. Yes, that was Pebbles, Babyface, Love Makes Things Happen. I like that. I mean, though her name has been in the mud these last few years, we can't really forget that Pebbles had a pretty impressive career in the late 80s and early, 90s. And this song, by the way, it peaked at number 13 on the Billboard 100, so that's pretty high, actually. And then it topped the Hot R&B Singles chart for 2 weeks in 91. So shout out to her on that and for doing this. Usually, if you get Babyface on the track, it's not gonna be a dud. It's usually gonna turn into a hit. My thing is we know that Pebbles was married to L.A. Reid, and Babyface and L.A. Reid were partners, and they formed LaFace Records. So obviously, that's probably where the collaboration came from. I want to specifically about this song though. This one, her voice is so soft in the beginning, right? It's almost Jackson-esque, I would say. Pick your Jackson, whichever one. And then she transitions into this more raspy, powerful pre-chorus that is like, and chorus also, that is reminiscent to Gladys Knight, in my opinion. It's such a beauty of a song. It's pure, it's classic, and of course, a Babyface stamp production. Comes in on the second verse of the song and ties everything together with his like velvety soft tone. The thing about Babyface is he always sounds a little bit like, a lot of the times he has a slightly higher pitched voice than the female singers he is paired with. He not only is he Babyface, but he's baby voice. Like he doesn't have like a deep tone, but it always like it exudes love. There's love in his voice. That's why he makes such great love songs. And of course, the message of the song, love can do all things. And I think I agree with, I definitely agree with that. Love can do all things. It makes things happen. It was funny because I remember talking to my friends about certain situations that happen, and we're like, why would you do that? And it's like, love. When you're in that situation, sometimes you do things, it doesn't fully make sense, but love makes things happen. You really can't run from it. And it indeed has a sort of life of its own at times. You just have to fasten your seatbelt and go for the ride, basically.
To be honest, I always say that there's some type of shit that you do or you should do. If you think twice, do it for that I love the person that you like or whatever you messing with. If you think twice, man, that's not the person. It's something like no, that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
No, I mean I understand that completely.
That's how I feel. Like there's some moves from the get go. I'll do that. Oh, I'll do this. I'll do that. And sometimes like when you do some shit out of character that you wouldn't usually do or you never did with it before, man, it says everything. I don't need to go vice versa or whatever. It says
really
everything.
Does.
No, I agree with that. Love make things happen.
Beautiful. So let's get into your oldie for this week.
Oldie, little bit hip hop. I want to do hip hop.
That's okay.
Fabolous, Picture Jagged Edge, and Brandy did it all.
Okay, we here now. We in the house now for sure. What? Check this out. I'm tired of playing games. I want to sit back, shorty. I'm gonna trade it off. Fabulous, talk to me.
I assume I'm so into you. Cause even before we hit the bedroom, I was friends with you. If they ask, I ain't gotta say whom in them interviews. My sweet thing never believed them rumors that been a true. The fact I had numerous friends is true. But you was wifey, could change me to a groom in a minute, boo. Maybe my sense of humor gets into you. But girl, they can make a perfume from the scent of you. I wanna take you where it feel like June and December too. So what you think about Cancun to the winter through? I don't know what the other consumers you been with do. I put a day aside to go to Bloomies and spend with you. Like any other man, I would've zoomed to the clinic too. Now I wanna see if me and my junior's identical. A dude put a wound on the skin of you. I swear to everything that same afternoon and beginning new. Feel me? Yeah.
Even give up a street dream. Anything to have you on my team. Baby girl, I trade it all. Even give up a good thing. And I get to watch it pick it right.
I trade it all. Hey yo,
have you on my team. Baby girl, I trade
come
it
in,
all.
girl. Come and take a walk with me so I could take you places you don't often be. Come on, ma, come and get lost with me. As far as them other chicks can't get them off of me. Everlasting love in a whole nother fashion. All I'm asking, let me cash in. Cause I get.
Alright, trade it all. Fabolous, Picture Jagged Edge, and Diddy. And I don't know, guys. I was asking Nikki if she watched that versus battle. So we know.
No, I was moving, guys.
Good excuse. It's all good. But nah, man, like watching that versus battle, it just brought me back like to some track that I totally forgot about.
Forgot.
Yeah.
Yo.
Fabolous and Jada, especially Jada. Jada, like there's a lot of track. I'm like, yo, these people, because that's my thing with that battle. People were saying Fab is gonna watch Jada. I feel like Jada won. I feel like
Really?
Jada.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't
Jada
watch.
got them jeans. People forget Jada used to be there with Biggie. Lux used to be there since like 95, 96.
They've been there.
Been there. So they got some joints. I'm like, yo, god damn. And even Fab, I always say that about Fab. Fab is someone that he can spit. He got a lot of like tracks that goes hard, but I'd rather hear.
He loves a good comparison.
It's not even about the.
Fabolous loves to compare something. He just loves to be like, you know, like Beyonce. I'm gonna make sure you my fiance. Like he has to name drop a celebrity.
Yeah, always. But they all do
Every
that.
song.
I think they all do that.
No, Fabolous does it more.
Really?
No, Fab. Yes.
Oh, he got a way to do his punchline. That's how we be. That's how.
I love Fabolous, but I must admit, like, I know it's a Fabolous song once he mentions somebody
He
famous.
always got the punchline, them shots or whatever. But you're right. Actually, the more I think about it, you're right. But no, man, to be honest, I don't want to hear him go hard on track. I just want to hear him do them girly songs, them girl songs, them love songs.
That hip hop, that R&B,
hip hop. Like Fab. Be honest, that's all I want to hear from him. If he could do that, but actually his career is.
Let's not forget Breathe, though. I mean,
that's hard, but I'd rather hear So Into You.
2 and a 3.
I'd rather hear So Into You. I'd rather hear Trade It All. I'd rather hear Make Me Better with Neo. All them joints like that. For me, Fab. Like there's some artists like him, Lloyd Banks. These are the two ones. I don't know. They got it. I don't know.
Okay.
That's how I feel, man. Like, and he played traded all in the battle. I'm like, ooh, I forgot about that. Man.
I definitely forgot about it until you picked it, and I listened to it like, wow, what an era the early 2000s was, and that bandana, man, he never left home without it, didn't he? It's like you have Jagged Edge, which are the hardest R&B niggas. Like, you know, they were like Jodeci reincarnated, basically, at the time, and they have such like great voices. These guys, they harmonize so well together, you know. And they add flavor to a song. You have Fabolous coming in with that, you know, that gangster lover style. You gotta love it, and they trade it all for you, man. You know that'll make you get. I'll give you my number, sure.
Like that.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Nah, man, Fab. I just feel Fab. He's talking to all the dudes that try to be in love but try to act hard. Like that's Fab.
Exactly.
Fab, he good, but he make it
dudes in love. Yes, absolutely. Well, that was a great breakdown segment. I enjoyed it. But what are we getting into right now?
The Lowdown.
Yes, everyone. Welcome back to the rundown. On the Lowdown this time. We're back.
The rundown.
We're back with Ian. I don't know why he'd be laughing. It might be maybe my intro is corny. Anyways, so we're
if your intros are corny, I would not be a part of it. I can tell you that.
Oh, thank you. That makes me feel good. All right, so we're gonna get Ian's opinion on what he was itching to talk about last week. I already know, which is this triangle, square, circle, whatever the fuck is going on at the Smith's house.
His eyes wide shut, the black edition. But see, this is why white people like, see, y'all niggas can never do nothing properly. You know, Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise were able to do this. A whole slew of other celebrities were able to have this openness. Yeah, come on, man. Eyes wide shut, come on, man. Yo, white people have been having these kind of open swinger parties for years, and they do this shit right. Well, you know, Will and Jada are supposed to be, you know what I mean?
What did August do wrong?
This is what August did wrong. You kiss and tell. Growing up, I was never the most attractive guy in my crew of friends, not by one stretch of imagination. I only got pretty about 3 years ago. But growing up, I understood one thing about the dynamics between men and women. I understood this. If you hope to sleep with the Megan Good type of girls, the girls that have kind of a glitter, kind of a glow, you want to fuck higher case value women, one of the things that you have to have is the ability to not kiss and tell. So that means that you might have touched or messed with some of the baddest bitches, but your friends will never know. And that's the price you pay to be a part of this exclusive club. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So August Alsina got invited to the exclusive club, right?
Okay. Yes.
Listen, but I would love to pour baby oil and honey on Jada. Look up, because Jada's just a staple. Jada, Nia Long, the girl that played in Family Matters, all these, fucking Ashley from Freshman. Ashley from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All these girls like, yo, these are like the cream of the Holly Berry. These are the cream of the crop of sisters. Jada's in there. Maya, Lisa Ray. So I'm like, yo, you had to run at Jada? I'm crying up myself. Every nigga in the hood was happy. No, but see, this is what they don't talk about on TV. Every nigga in the hood was happy for August. So, bro, you got a piece, but see, he didn't pay the price of admission. You have to keep that to yourself. You see, he could have done what Drake does. Drake kind of just gives you, he hints at it but won't tell you.
Right.
He could have you know what I mean?
Exactly.
He could have hit me with some subliminals and I'd be like, I see you, King. I see you, King. But he
kind of did that last year or 2 years ago whenever he dropped this song.
Do you blame Angela Yee? Because one of my friends called me, he's like, yo, I blame Angela. Angela was, of course. I said, I only seen a snippet.
She's a third of the Breakfast Club.
No, she needed one.
The most dangerous. No.
Don't try to give her too much clout. Angela's amazing and she's great. But the reason that the Breakfast Club has that danger is because Charlamagne, Angela does ask some hard questions sometimes. She does stir the pot. Okay, you are right. I only saw the clip with August Alsina saying the thing about Jada. I didn't watch the totality of the interview.
We gonna act like Angela and DJ Envy aren't nosy as fuck. They're so nosy. And I mean, Charlamagne asked inappropriate, wild ass questions, but they be asking questions sometimes. I'm like, did they really just ask that? I feel like they're all in the same school of media training. Yes, August talked too much. I'm still not completely sure if they.
But she needed one. She needed one though. Had you noticed that? Like she needed one? Because remember, Charlamagne. Charlamagne got the Gucci, he got the Kanye interview. Like, Angelique needed one of those.
Yeah.
Like, she needed one of those. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, everybody's been talking about this for 2 weeks. Yeah, she needed one of those. Do you feel that she kind of entrapped him? Like should she have stopped him? Because, okay, at the same time, we're also saying, okay, they're nosy, but we're all media people. Like, you and I, we're broadcasters. Our goal is to have conversations with celebrities and artists and people of interest that the public want to hear. And sometimes those are uncomfortable conversations. Now, the gray zone is the place where how we go about it. Charlamagne is a little bit more direct. I like to think that you're a little bit more respectful the way you want to go about it. But sometimes to go in the respectful route, you might not get the punch you want at the end of that.
Well, there's the finesse. There's the way that, and not all the time, because I've seen some troubling interviews with her, but most of the time, Oprah is one of those people that is able to finesse answers out of people. Like, she's just like makes you feel so comfortable and at home, right? You just start speaking and you forget where you are. And she's even done that with like Beyonce. I feel like certain questions that she's asked people, you're like, and then when you go home, you're like, wait, did I answer that? That's the type of interviewer I aim to be. Not like in your face, you have people want to fight you, because that's what Charlamagne does. People want to fight him in his face. People come all the way from where they are, Birdman, to come sit in this man's face and ask for a fight.
Yeah, I like to think myself, I'm somewhere in between the both. I want you to forget we're even the cameras here, we're even recording. I just want to have a conversation. I think a bedside man is very necessary. If you want to be a host, you want to be a broadcaster, I think a bedside man is what's going to separate those that are successful and those that are not successful. Because anybody can pick up a camera or pick up their phone and just interview people. But to have the goal is to make it feel like it's not an interview. And few people are able to make it feel like that. They just make it feel like it's a conversation. Like, oh my gosh, Nicky was so open. Like, I felt closer to Nicky after the interview. And that's what I think every broadcaster and host should aim for.
Agreed. All right, guys. So shout out to Will and Jada. Can't wait for the Red Table Talk, girl. I am waiting.
Okay. Hold on. Before you go, how much do you think she's going to say on the Red Table? You think she's going to go in?
She has to at this point.
She has to.
She has to, because Will came out with this weird ass statement talking about I didn't give him permission.
Why Will?
I didn't give him permission. And then,
why is Will lying? He's Gemini, man. Why is he lying? Why he lying?
You think Will gave him permission to smash his wife?
Listen. Yo, they've been doing the open thing. Like, I don't want to make it. I don't know if we make it yeah. Will gave him the pass. He just was being brand new with it. But
they're lying because they've been denying that open relationship for so long. I think they've actually started to believe it.
Well, that's the same thing about racism, but that's another conversation for another day.
That is another conversation. Well, guys, thank you so much for the rundown. We'll talk to Ian next week. Yes, everyone, welcome to the Lowdown, second half of the show. Thank you so much for sticking it out with us throughout this whole thing. If you're not already, you really, really, really should be following us on social media. On Facebook, you can just search Breakdown to Lowdown. On Instagram, we are at Breakdown to Lowdown. And on Twitter, we are at real_B2L. All of those are with the number 2 and not the word 2. So I'm going to need you guys, if you listen, hit the follow button. Also share it with a friend. It's much appreciated. We just did an interview with the Weekend Groove, so you can find that on, our Facebook page and everything. And, share with a friend. Dope content for you guys. Also, do not forget, as I said at the beginning of this show, we're also doing a giveaway with Afro Chic Couture. I can talk, Afro Chic Couture, and we are giving away a beautiful clutch. So ladies, you can try and win that. Fellas, you can also try and win it for yourself or for your girl. You know what I mean? There is no discrimination around here. So, you do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do.
Now we got to get it. Exactly. Now we got to get into these topics. I'm going to make you wait for the main event, of course. But
what's the main event? We want to know.
Well, if you want to know, you got to listen to the whole segment. But we addressed it a little bit briefly. The versus battle, Jadakiss and Fabolous, which was the most recent one. I guess a little bit things I want to say on it as somebody who didn't watch it. Really, I just want to say
you watched it.
Sorry?
You watched it or?
No, I didn't watch it.
Okay.
Just something I want to say is that I find that, in my opinion, this one wasn't really promoted a lot.
My God.
Like,
blasphemous.
They didn't promote it at all. I feel like it came out. Excuse me. It came out. Let me give you my honest opinion. I think that they were having trouble confirming the artist they actually wanted to battle, and they got these consolation prizes. That's and I know. I'm not. No knock to Jada and Fab, but I don't think anybody was asking for that battle. Whereas there are a lot of battles that we have been asking for, and maybe they just have not been able to get. So I don't know. And people's schedules are busy, even in quarantine or COVID times. You know, these celebrities and artists, they still have stuff to do. So.
Man, I just, to be honest, man, like from all the battles that I saw so far, because some of them I didn't watch them, I didn't care about them the same way that you might not care about the Fab and Jada, but Fab and Jada, the battle was everything that Versus is supposed to be. That's from my opinion. Well, first of all, I just want to say and correct you. A lot of people been requesting Jada and Fab. Been doing all these type of matchup because Fab, especially Fab more than Jada. I agree with you on that, but Fab, he has hits for days. And
no, I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying like together. Nobody requested Fab versus Jada Kiss.
That's a good matchup. And to be honest, man, like we talked a little bit earlier on. Fab had some hats I forgot about. And a lot of key featuring that he did that I forgot. And Jada, man, like I said, Jada was there since Biggie, so he brought us back to the OD Black, them whole like Rough Riders era, you know, like that. He brought back some songs. I was like, damn, Jada, man, I forgot that verse. So, and on top of that, the vibe of it, like they both had DJs. So everybody had a DJ representing them and all that, playing their joint, which was dope. It put another twist, and you know they were chilling, man, sipping, deuces and Ciroc and all that. Like it was a dope vibe, even though Jada got a little bit drunk. But
yeah, I heard. But you know what? First of all, one thing I will say is I thought it was a little short. I didn't watch it, but I went and I saw the video length, and I saw it was only like half an hour. Most of the verses have been an hour plus, so I thought that was interesting that they got through all their hits that quick. I'm like, okay. And my other thing is I like that vibe. It depends on who you are, right? Because I like the vibe of the DJ. I mean, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer did a similar vibe where they were both in the same room and they both had a DJ as well.
That one was
I like that.
dope.
And I feel like initially what Versus was, you know, as we saw with the original battles, Swizz versus Timbaland, and, you know, what it developed into Neo, Jonte Austin, all these people, it was like, you know, one person where they are and the other person where they're at, and live, just one person looking at the camera and pressing play on a button. The simplicity of it and the little trash talk here and there was what I was originally attracted to. And I think that's why when I think it was around the Teddy Riley and Babyface battle.
One of the worst. I didn't like that battle, to be honest. That was extra. Just go straight to the point.
Well, I disagree with you because that just it's good, guys, because we're different people. The Teddy Riley and Babyface battle was probably in my top 2 just because I love the songs that these two men have written, and you can tell one is the student of the other. But I'm specifically talking about the first, the fail, the one where it didn't go through. So when Teddy Riley came on and he had all those issues that became a meme on the internet, and, you know, all the good laughs that we had off him and whatever, because, you know, he was acting a fool. But and if we look, and now looking back at it, he kind of had the idea that what people are doing now. He had a whole kind of stage set up. He had a DJ set up to play his music. He was ready to kind of like perform his. So he wanted to give the people a show. And we were all calling him crazy because Babyface just came in his studio and looked very calm and just ready to do what everybody else had been doing prior to him. And we were all like, what the fuck is Teddy Riley doing? He's too crazy. And then a lot of the battles after him were that. People standing up, having a DJ, and, you know, like, giving you a show. So I see where Teddy Riley was going. I think he was just ahead of his time. I think he was too early with it, and I don't know. It wasn't. I feel like it wasn't the vibe for those kind of R&B songs. Even though we know that he is the king of New Jack Swing, so his songs are a little more upbeat than Babyface's songs.
Yeah,
I just didn't feel like seeing Teddy Riley dance. And then Babyface going to, hey baby, so we're gonna just go and play my. It would have been too much of a contrast. I was like, no, Teddy, tone it down.
But that's my thing too. Like sometimes, like on paper it looks good, but when they do the versus battles, like the vibe, they both have different vibe. Even though like they both have hits or whatever, it's just the vibe of it, It's not like for example, Beanie Man and the Beanie Man battle, like both of them were hype. Anyways, it's reggae. It's
exactly. They were both on the same level.
So yeah, exactly. So the energy, it was perfect. It was both the same. Even with the Luda and Nelly, like you could feel like they were giving a little bit of trash talk, but like Luda would reply in a way, Nelly would reply in a way, but it was both hits.
Because Nelly was like
I won't
really
Nelly
hype.
Played at Just a Dream, but it was like, man, whatever.
Nelly was like
sometimes
definitely
he would
on
go
one,
with,
and
like,
Luda came to battle.
Anthems and shit.
Yes, exactly. But it really depends on who you are with these versus battles. So some you're gonna connect more to, and some you're not. It's not gonna be for you. Like a lot of people connected to the Erica and Jill battle. It was very kumbaya. It was very incense and
incense
and we love each other.
You're just chilling.
That was the highest rated verses, and for some people that's their favorite, but we each have our different battles. So kudos to Swiss and Timbaland for really addressing all the different audiences. So that's dope of them for doing that.
But you know what I feel like, there's a lot of key versus battle that is gonna be popping, but it will never happen. Because you have egos in the way.
Like?
You have egos, and like, for example, like T.I. challenged 50.
Yo, that was my next thing, literally. Yeah.
But to be honest,
happen?
It will never happen. They both have big egos. But the thing, let me tell you something about 50. That's how I feel about 50. 50 is my guy. But I just feel like some people can deal with his energy, so that's why they will never fuck with 50. But if they get to know 50, they will fuck with each other. That's how I feel. Like, I think T.I. couldn't take some jokes or whatever the way 50 reacted, so that went overboard real quick. So that's why I think it will never happen. Don't get me. Oh, sorry.
No,
go ahead.
I was just saying, I actually think that it could happen. I think we're closer rather than further from it. I think Swiss and Timbaland are working really hard behind the scenes to make that happen, because that would be a very, very big day.
You sure? Because the way 50 been trolling T.I., I don't think so. He's been having videos like on IG, like justifying himself because 50 posted on one of his old like Crime Stoppers video. I don't think it will happen, to be honest.
I think what's his name? 50 Cent is under how do you say it? He's underestimating T.I. a lot. I think T.I. can.
T.I. got his, but sorry.
I don't know if he can beat him, but
T.I.
It will be a closer fight than you think. Listen, to be honest, this is how I felt with Alicia Keys and John Legend. I'm not gonna say which one I thought was gonna wash the other, but definitely when I was watching, I forgot about certain people's hits. It's just like with Jada and Fabolous, as you were talking. Like sometimes you forget what people have done until they present it to you, and I had forgotten some of those hits. So I think T.I., especially when he jumps into his features bag.
Nah, 50 got him. Let me tell you something. For the first 10, 50 can put the whole Get Rich or Die Trying album. There's no freaking joint that will beat one of these joints from that album. So like, don't get me wrong, T.I. got hits, but it's just 50's reach. Like everywhere that you go, everybody will know in the club. Everybody will react to in the club. PIMP, Candy Shop. You can go anywhere in the world. T.I., don't get me wrong, T.I. got some fucking hits for days, but I don't think he have a hit that will reach that level.
Well,
that's how I feel. 50 got at least 10 easily in his bag. Like, and 50 can go in his feature, like his feature bags. He got some key ones too. Like, don't get me wrong. I think people be sleeping on 50 because like he didn't put out music like that. They forgot about his music or whatever. But 50 is that guy. Trust me.
I got high hopes for you niggas. We gonna see. That's my feeling on that. You know, we will see. But you know, but no joke, like 50 Cent plays that Power theme song and we out. Like he drops they say this is a big rich town and you just close the laptop or close your phone, the battle's over. But yeah, so again, shout out to Versus for still bringing us entertainment while we can't have any events. We can't get no live performances, as we were just talking about in our interview. It reminded me of what it was like to go to a concert and stuff like that, what the good old days, you know, like, because there's nothing like that anymore. So shout out to Versus for, you know, bringing some entertainment. I have to switch gears a little bit to somebody who is missing, and we are wholeheartedly hoping she is found. Glee star Naya Rivera. You know, Ventura County officials, this is in LA, have confirmed a missing woman, a 33-year-old actress, Naya Rivera. Her 4-year-old son was found alone in a boat on Lake Peru earlier today. So when we're recording this, but it will be yesterday when you guys hear it. So, you know, we're sending prayers to her. I really hope she's found. That's a crazy story. And not only found, but found alive, to be honest. I can't. That's crazy. I can't. Who knows?
It's been happening a lot lately, though.
People disappearing, right? Like, I feel. Yeah. I feel like it's been really strange, and I mean, obviously, she's somebody of high profile, so people know who she is. It's. I'm praying for her family and her friends right now, because this must be a very tough situation to be in, and I think that a lot of people have been speaking online as if she is deceased, and I really think that we should avoid that kind of talk as long as there's still a search going on. You know, we don't put any like bad things into the atmosphere. We don't know what's happening yet, so yeah, absolutely. So, you know, our prayers and thoughts with her. Switching gears a little bit to some new music that we are going to be getting soon, maybe. Chris Brown has let us know that his 10th studio album will be called Breezy. I did not realize Chris Brown dropped 9 albums.
Chris Brown been out for a minute. Almost a decade.
What do you mean almost a decade?
Almost 2 decades. Actually. Two decades, actually.
He's been out. I have to go check.
Oh man.
I have to go check these albums because I do not believe. Hold on a second. Let us name them here. Okay, where's album 1? Chris Brown, 2005. First album is self-titled. Got You exclusive. 2007, great album, loved it. Graffiti, 2009. Wasn't that a year for Chris Brown? Listen, okay, I'm done. Fame in 2011, another good one. And X in 2014. How much is that so far? That's 5. Oh, and Fortune. Sorry, I missed Fortune 2012, which I really liked. That's 6. Chris Brown has a lot of albums.
Nah, but Chris Brown, another dude, man. I think that wasn't Soul Train. Soul Train Awards like a couple of years ago. Like, he was performing a medley of all his most popular songs, like hits and all that. He had the hits for days. Like, to be honest, like, he caught my whole attention for the whole performance. You're right. No, he's had hits. The only pure dud that he has in his discography, like when I say pure, I mean it's the album that I really, really do not like. And Indigo and Heartbreak on a Full Moon, we can debate if they're good or not. There are some good moments on there, but that 2015 Royalty album that was named after his daughter but was full of songs about sex was confusing to me. No, that one, I wish it didn't even exist in his discography. If you're asking me, it's not his 10th studio album that's coming out, it's his 9th, because I've erased Royalty from the music books. So nah. Well, that's another thing too with Chris Brown. Like, I just feel To be honest, I can't even say which one of his project is good. Like I just go through the whole project. But the thing with Chris Brown, I just feel like he doesn't have a full cohesive project that you can listen from bottom to finish. I just feel like whatever your vibe is, you just listen to one of them joints from that project. That's how I feel with Chris Brown. So the same joint that I like from that project in September, it will change in November.
Maybe
So
earlier
Chris
on,
Brown,
but maybe later in his career, but earlier on, I think he definitely has full cohesive albums. Post Fortune, post the album Fortune in 2012, they have been questionable whether you can listen top to bottom, but Chris Brown really was that guy, and he really could have been. He's shown so many times his immense talent. It's just that he just has these moments in his career that just stick out like a sore thumb, and it wasn't even just that one moment. It was all the subsequent stuff that he was doing afterwards that it was, like, oh, come on, dude, like, really?
But the thing with Chris Brown, I just feel like he's so talented that we can't say shit no matter what. He can do whatever he wants.
Well, clearly not.
We'll recognize his talent. He can eat.
He does whatever he wants, but he never got the same level. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but your career is going to suffer.
Well, we not gonna talk around. We all know he's blackballed.
That's what yeah.
He's blackballed, but like to be honest, like I'm gonna ask you a question and think about it. From all the artists, some of the dopest and most talented in the world, how come Chris Brown never did a Super Bowl halftime? Think about that.
Well, when the whole thing happened,
he was supposed to do at least 4 of them. Like, he knows how to hype a crowd. Like, I don't know if you saw DVDs of Chris Brown shows and all that. He can be on pills, lean, drugs, whatever drink. He'll do flips, sing. Like, he'll do everything in a show, during a concert. Like, just to tell you his level, like, he's something else. I think he's the closest thing to MJ. That's me personally.
He has talent. I mean, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, so I mean, I could say he was very close. The closest thing to MJ is Beyonce, so I'm not going to argue that. But Chris Brown is also very in that realm. I would say he extremely talented young man. However, when the incident did happen in 2009, he was 20. So this is what to remind. This is very, very young. I don't believe, and somebody can correct me if they're wrong, if we've ever even had a Super Bowl performer under the age of 20. So for him to would have done a Super Bowl halftime show before then, I don't think so. Plus his career was still new enough that I don't know if he had enough big hits to sustain a Super Bowl performance, but somebody could prove me wrong. Post 2009, it's sure that the NFL was not going to invite him after that. Yeah, so I think he kind of missed his window. He was just about to be the biggest thing in the world. It's crazy how we missed out on what Chris Brown could have been, but some bad decisions. And I know he, of course, we make mistakes when we're young. We all do things that we regret, but I mean, if we're being honest, that one was a pretty huge mistake. I think of myself at 20. I don't see myself doing anything like that, but I don't know. I don't know. He's also, he's went through things in his life. He explained it multiple times. He saw his father do certain things. There's a lot of trauma that comes along with that. You know what I mean? So it's not just one situation. It's just unfortunate that it had to happen to him and when it did. And to who it happened to, because Rihanna was also a very beloved person by the media, a big media darling at that time. So it didn't help. Yeah, it didn't help. But yeah, I mean, let's get off Chris Brown a little bit, just quickly, because I didn't know this part. Just going a little bit back to T.I., he said that he really wants to battle Jay-Z as well, and his catalog is doper than 50 Cent. I didn't know he had said that. T.I. is smoking crack. What's going on? Like the fumes got to his head. Jay-Z, bro, I'm sorry. Just like 50 Cent, we're already having a conversation. If you can even get close to a conversation with 50 Cent, we're having a conversation on that, and you think you can drop your hat in the ring with Jay-Z? T.I. just needs publicity for something. I don't know.
You know what's funny? Let me tell you something. It sounds crazy what I'm gonna say, but you have to think about it for a minute, right? The culture will make Jay-Z win, but if we do a realistic battle, I feel T.I. could win.
Stop it. Stop it, Clarence, right now.
It's I just say a technical statement, but you have to think about it. But
You will make me pull out list right now. I will pull.
No, don't get me wrong. Jay-Z will win. I think Jay-Z will win. But if we do like two different type of battle, the culture will make Jay-Z win because Jay-Z is something for us. Like he got his key. He got like anthems. But if we do like another type of battle, T.I. will win because I just feel like some of the songs that we say like, yo, that's Jay-Z biggest hit or whatever it is, T.I. got bigger hits. That's how I feel.
I'm gonna ignore you. First of all,
I know what I'm saying.
I'm glad you understand yourself. I hope the listeners understand.
What is Jay-Z's biggest hits? Like, give me the biggest Jay-Z biggest.
Let me tell you one thing
hit,
about these battles.
I'll
answer you in a second. Let me tell you one thing about these battles. It's so funny because a lot of these artists have won battles using their trump card, and their trump card in a lot of these battles has been a Beyonce cut. How many you think Jay's gonna drop? How many Beyonce cuts do you think Jay-Z is going to drop in this battle? So just we're just gonna ignore it. But Jay-Z's biggest hit obviously is Empire State of Mind. That is biggest hit of his career. But he has obviously nostalgic tracks, Hard Knock Life. He has Izzo. He has tracks like, Big Pimpin' that are just so important to the culture that you have T.I., sit down. I'm sorry. Now, we're still going to talk about 50 Cent, but I just want to quickly, because I'm going to forget, we do have good news.
We're going to come back on that debate.
Okay, we should have it.
Anyway, I'll let you slide.
Usain Bolt has a new daughter. Shout out to him. Congratulations to him and his boo, Cassie. New daughter's name is Olympia Lightning Bolt. He's officially a father, and that is a interesting name. I mean, I'm trying to like the name Olympia Lightning Bolt. Like, I mean, if you like it, I love it.
Olympia could have slide, but the rest is way too extra. No, Olympia's alright. It could have slid.
You're not naming your daughter Lightning Bolt?
Lightning and Bolt is way too extra.
You don't like Lightning Bolt?
No, I don't know about that.
No, I'm not. I mean, I understand you saying.
I might as well call it fire then.
I mean, her last name is Bolt. Fair. And I still can't believe that's his actual last name. That's so amazing that he's the fastest man in the world and that's his last name. He had no other choice. But really, it's almost as bad as Kanye really doing that to North. Like, really, Northwest? Like, you really did that? Wow. And I say Kanye because I know Kim had nothing to do with that decision. Like, I know this was Kanye's decision. Okay, Vivica Fox, she had something to say about what 50 Cent said recently, and this is completely different from his whole versus battle controversy. 50 Cent has stepped in it once again because he just loves to piss Black women off. No, he really, I think he lives for that. So he was on some show that Lil Wayne has, which I don't know why they gave Lil Wayne a show, but they did that. And Lil Wayne had 50 Cent on as a guest, and they're talking about women. And 50 Cent says that he prefers exotics. This is how he spoke, he prefers exotic women to Black women because they are too angry. And, they always like, where you are, what you gonna do, where you at, and they always be mad. You know what I mean? Who wants to hear that? Who wants that? I prefer exotic women. Now, of course, Lil Wayne is in here just laughing. This was the funniest shit to him. Like, he didn't have nothing to say. He was just...
I'm not gonna lie, the way that he started laughing, that shit was funny. But anyway,
he was laughing his ass off, and I was like, really, these Black men are gonna sit here and just shit all over us, huh? Here we go. It's like, have you seen that meme? I know you guys have seen it on Twitter. It's like that from that Grand Theft Auto game or whatever you guys play, where it's like every time I try to go, you keep pulling me back, and it's like that guy walking towards that's how I felt every time I try to leave this conversation alone. Y'all keep pulling me back, like.
But to be honest, I just feel like you got black women, y'all shouldn't be paying attention or being mad, because at the end of the day, let me tell you something, like, not only men, but women or men, we all talk shit. We all talk a whole lot of shit. Literally, like they were both talking shit. At the end of the day, I don't know what pushed him to say that 50 or whatever his personal experience or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, I think you guys, or I don't know, like you my co-host, so I'll use you as an example. I think you know yourself better than anybody else. I just feel like if you mad, or if the other black women are mad regarding the convo or the comment or whatever, then there's something going on with you. If you don't pay attention to that, you don't feel that type of way. Don't pay attention.
I understand
That's how
what
I
you're
feel.
saying, but my issue comes where it starts to affect the minds of other people in the community. So, because here's what I said on my live, my thing is,
you're right.
Kay and I both said this. We do not give a fuck who 50 Cent dates or who Lil Wayne dates. They're both dating people outside of their race. I do not care. Like, you can date who you want, love who you want. So I would rather you keep your toxic beliefs to yourself, especially when you're that high profile, but sometimes you just talk. My main issue is when you have to proclaim your love for someone by shitting on somebody else. You could have just said, hey, I love my girlfriend. She is cool. She's chill. She lets me get away with murder, whatever. You didn't have to say, I love exotic women, not black women, because this and this and that. This is where I have an issue with men like this. You really do not have to keep perpetuating this belief about black women that is not a monolith. We're not all the same. You can't just put all black women in something the same way as I cannot put all of you black men in one way. There's weird black guys. There's geeky black guys. There is gangster black men. There's like every type of black man, and you can't just say the angry black woman is the only black woman that you know. And I mean, I could get into a whole conversation about the actual angry black woman trope and where it comes from, but that would be a whole other episode. My thing is 50 Cent at 45 years old, you need to know better. That's very painful for a lot of black women to hear, especially for me, who is not a light-skinned black woman. It's something that it's disappointing when you hear people that a lot of men in the community look up to. I know so many of my guy friends who just like, yo, 50 Cent's my guy, or like a lot of people in the community who find him funny, like the Charlemagne type, the Joe Budden type. They gravitate to this kind of content, and you're saying these type of comments that are damaging to us as black women. I'm sure there are great black men out there who are trying to big up the black queen, and I do see them talking sometimes. It's just they get drowned out by stupidity like this and people agreeing with what they are saying.
Yeah, but I agree with you. Me personally, the aspect, to be honest, I always say that to my male friend and female friends. Like, you can either be black. It's not even just a black thing. You can be Asian, you can be Latino, whatever. But at the end of the day, don't shit on your own people, because at the you have your father is not, well, if you're not adopted or whatever, but like your father is black or your mom is black, or probably your sister or brother, so you shouldn't shit. You might have, everybody got preferences and all that, but it's not a reason to shit on your own
and that's all I'm saying. It doesn't have to be that. And I know 50 Cent's whole brand is trolling, but don't do it at the expense of us. It's not necessary.
Big facts.
Thank you. All right, so enough of these idiots. Let's talk about the main idiot. Man, I'm so fucking mad. Like, fuck Kanye West, man. He's told us, and people laughed. People thought it was a joke that he's running for president 2020. He told us this a while ago, and then we didn't hear about it. Then he came back and said, no, it was going to be 2024. We're like, all right, Kanye, whatever. Now he's back talking about, yes, I am running, by the way, in case y'all forgot. Kanye West is going to... well, first of all, he's no longer MAGA. He said he's not supporting Trump anymore. Okay, but I didn't forget slavery was a choice. I didn't. Kanye is going to be running for the birthday party. Okay,
this is serious.
I'm sorry. And okay, listen.
Cool.
I was all set to laugh and drag Kanye West. I was. And sometimes I really can't help but laugh. But I just saw a report, that his family is saying that he is going through one of his bipolar episodes right now, and they are very concerned about him. So I don't want to laugh at anybody's mental health, because that's very serious. And it is something that I'm saying we in our community, we laugh at way too often. We don't protect people who are facing these type of mental health issues, and we don't even validate it. And Kanye has been vocal about suffering from bipolar disorder and, having to be on medication and things like this. So I think if he is having an episode that is, going out of sorts right now, cover him with prayer, cover him with whatever he needs. I mean, I know he has found his faith again. If it's legit, then he needs to be anchored to that, and he needs to be doing what the doctors are telling him. If outside of his medication and outside of his disorder, if outside of his disorder, he still is thinking of running for president, Kanye, no. And I'm gonna hold on. Let me get closer to the mic. No. Like I am begging for you not to do this, because I'm not even American. We're not American. And shout out to all our American listeners. I can't even vote in y'all election, but I know that this is bad. I know that this is going to divide the votes. I know that people think this is funny and it's a joke and are going to go out to the polls and vote for this man, whereas they should have been really registered to vote and making an informed decision as best as they can for which candidate they want to support. This is going to give Dump even more chances to win. I'm sure he's laughing and cackling about this because he knows the black vote is going to be split. This is not good. I don't want to see it.
To be honest, I don't even take it seriously. He didn't even subscribe for whatever he's supposed to do.
He didn't register?
First of all, I don't even take it seriously. He didn't register. Apparently, you have to go through a whole process to be in it. But anyways, at the stage that we in right now, and everything is, I think it's in November, right?
Yeah.
The election, in November. We're already in July. So, I don't even take it seriously. He said it last time, 2020. We in 2020. Well, actually, we in 2020, but he didn't do the whole process. It just came out randomly. The same way that he said he's a renowned Christian and he ain't doing no secular music, but doing a track with Travis Scott. So I don't even think
you didn't know. You didn't know Travis Scott was saved? Oh, you didn't know? I'm kidding. I mean, listen. Maybe he's trying to revolutionize gospel music.
But that's how I feel about Kanye. And to be honest, even if you would run for president, at this point, if Donald Trump is president, Kermit the Frog could.
No, that's
president.
a fact.
That's how I feel. So
I mean, anybody would be better than Trump.
If he
that was my next
win,
question for you. I was gonna ask you, do you think he actually would stand a chance? And the scary part is, yes, only in America would Kanye West stand a chance. And this is why, and again, love you guys so much, my American listeners. I have American family. I love them to death. I will never live in your country full time. I will not do it. I can't do it. I can't. This is the type of stupidity that goes on south of the border, honey. I don't know what the hell. And this is not to say Canada's perfect, because we are doing some clown shit over here. But I will take this clown shit and just put the mask on before I go live anywhere in the States.
No, we everywhere is corrupt. Everywhere we go through some bullshit. Of course, it's not like USA level type of bullshit so far, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, to be honest. But the way that they're moving, it's affecting the whole world. Let
Celine Dion or Justin Bieber run for office here, man. I'm telling y'all, people gonna vote. I'm telling y'all they go. I'm just saying. I could see these dumb, especially the Kebs. They would vote Celine in so quick, man. They wouldn't even need to know what the hell she running on. Just yes. But yeah.
I could see Drake running. That would be funny.
I'm here for Prime Minister Tamia. I bring her in. I'm here for it. Maybe she'll drop an album, while in office. I don't know. Now, I just want to tell you guys some of the things that Kanye said in this Forbes interview. He's running on, so he's we told you about he's done supporting Trump. He's allowing but he commends Trump for allowing God to still be part of the conversation. Okay. All right, Kanye. He says he's running for POTUS under the birthday party. Funny. He calls vaccines the mark of the beast. Okay. He says Planned Parenthood is run by white supremacists to do the devil's work. And he claims he had I'm sorry, I don't want to, but he said he had COVID-19 in February, which that is the only thing that sounds believable on that list. Because a lot of people were getting, this very strange illness earlier on. So I can see that. Kanye, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm really done bashing you and laughing at you. I think you need Jesus. Not the Jesus you found, but real Jesus. Yeah. I'm sorry.
This guy is telling.
Oh my God, isn't it though? Like I really hope your family, and this is, your in-laws and your real family, can just help you, Kanye, because you are a great musical mind when you're in your right mind, and we want you in your right mind, Kanye. We do. And I think in the past episodes I was telling you, Clarence, I was almost to the point of, forgiving Kanye. I was almost like, but now I'm just very confused about what's going on. So I'm hoping for the best with him.
Kanye's Kanye, but sometimes we can protect you like that. He gotta help himself for us to
help me help you,
the people around him or whatever. So, man, Kanye is gonna be Kanye,
and I love me
Kanye
like
shit.
Kanye loves Kanye. All right.
I hope so, because he loves himself.
Yeah, we know.
Trust
but
me.
guys, I really want to know what you guys think about this, especially our American listeners. Hit us up on our email account at breakdown2lowdown@gmail.com. That's breakdown 2lowdown@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts on this supposed new candidate that has entered the race. Let us know what you think about the versus battle suggestion that T.I. made. Let us know what you thought about 50 Cent's comments on black women. Give us your opinions, personal experiences. We'll be waiting to hear from you. Make sure you're following us on social media as well, at breakdown2lowdown on Instagram. On Twitter, we are at real_B2L, and just search for us on Facebook, breakdown2lowdown. Hit that like button, follow us. All of those are with the number 2 and not the word 2. And I will get into some final thoughts. Relax. Take it easy. Yeah, that's my thing, because I've been like, and this mostly, not every time, but most of the time, my final thoughts are like notes to myself, and hopefully I'm hoping that they can help somebody else. But yeah, just calm down, man. A lot of us have this like extreme anxiety or worry about certain things, and we worry about things also that we've done before, that have gone well before, but you're still worried about it for some reason. That's very strange. So take a deep breath, relax. Plus it's too hot to worry, so that's my final thought.
Nah, big fact, I agree with you.
Thank you.
Nice thought. Man,
okay,
to be honest, I'm gonna say love. Man, the reason I'm saying that is because, like, we can be out there a little bit, so you get to see the people you didn't see in a while, or whatever. It's summertime, you didn't see some people since I don't know when, because of quarantine or COVID. So take the time to tell them you love them, you appreciate them, you cherish them, whatever it is. It can be family, home, whatever. I'm not telling you to say that to everybody walking around you in the streets, but like, nah, take care of your people, man. We never know what might happen, especially like recently. Like, we've been hearing a lot of bad news. So
all right, guys, and we will see you guys next week.
All right, peace.